Hello friends, today we are going to learn about the anatomy of the bone of the arm, that is the humerus. The humerus is a long bone of the body and it has got upper end, shaft and lower end. This is the posterior view of the bone and this is the anterior view of the bone. What are the parts of the humerus? The upper end bears a globular head followed by anatomical neck that separates it from the two projections on the upper end, that's called as the tubercles. The larger one is called as greater tubercle and the smaller one is called as lesser tubercle. There is a groove in between the two tubercles which is called as intertubercular groove. This is followed by another constriction which is called as the surgical neck that separates the upper end from the shaft of the humerus. This is the shaft of the humerus. Right in the center of the shaft of the humerus is located a tuberosity, which is an elevation that gives attachment to the muscle called as deltoid, and that's why it's called as deltoid tuberosity. Then as we move down, it again expands to form the condyles of the humerus. On the medial aspect, there is a pulley-shaped structure called as trochlea, and on the lateral aspect, there is a small head-like structure which is called as capitulum. In between the two and the shaft of the humerus, there is a depression called as a coronoid fossa, which is for articulation of the coronoid process of the ulna. There is a projection on the medial aspect which is called as medial epicondyle, and there is a projection on the lateral aspect which is also called as lateral epicondyle. Now, if you look at the posterior aspect of the humerus, there is a big depression in the lower end which is called as olecranon fossa, that's for articulation of the olecranon process of ulna. And we can also see on the posterior view the trochlea and the capitulum as seen, and there is a projection on the lateral aspect which is the lateral epicondyle. Now, as far as the joints are formed by the humerus, the upper end, the head of the humerus forms a joint with the glenoid fossa of the scapula called as the shoulder joint, which is a ball and socket variety of synovial joint, whereas the lower end forms a joint with the radius and ulna to form the elbow joint, which is a hinge variety of synovial joint. This is the shaft of the humerus. There are three nerves which are intimately in contact with the humerus. One around the surgical neck of the humerus is the axillary nerve. The mid shaft of the humerus is the spiral groove where the radial nerve crosses and winds around the shaft of the humerus, and the lower end around the medial epicondyle behind it is related to the ulnar nerve. Now, because the nerves are in contact with humerus, any fracture of the respective parts of the humerus is likely to damage the nerve, causing loss of functions. So, thus we have seen a few salient features of the bone and a relationship of important nerves of the humerus in this particular short session. Thank you.